going on, guys? Talk movies with us, back here for another video. Now, Transformers: The Last Knight is the latest Michael Bay film hitting theaters, so I figured, what the heck, let's rank Michael Bay's films. Now, I'm going to be doing a top 5 best Michael Bay films. Now, these are my personal favorites. You may not agree with it, but it's just ones that I go back to and I enjoy watching. So yeah, when it comes to Michael Bay, what's the first thing people think of? Explosions. That's right. That's his trademark, if you will. Now, as Michael Bay, to me, he gets a lot of hate. Now, some of it is very well deserved, but I enjoy a lot of his films, you know, I really do. I think he gets a lot of unnecessary hate. I mean, the guy makes entertaining action flicks, right? He's not out there to win Oscars. He's out there to entertain, to have shit blow up. And you know what? I go see these Transformers movies. I'm one of those guys, so sorry. But my biggest issue with his films is most of them are close to 3 hours long. And most of his movies, by the time you're done with them, by all the shit going on, and especially if you're seeing the movie in 3D, you want to throw up, you know? But a lot of his films, for the most part, are just very entertaining, and I enjoy them. So here we go with my top 5 favorite Michael Bay films. Now, we'll start off with honorable mentions. Now, my first honorable mention is going to be Armageddon. Yes, Armageddon. I know it's a lot of people's favorite Michael Bay films, and rightfully so. I like it. It's enjoyable. You know, an asteroid the size of Texas is gonna come and hit Earth, and it's up to Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis to help destroy it. So, if that doesn't sell you, I don't know what will. I enjoy it, but it's not quite up there with my top 5. Now, another honorable mention is one of his latest films, 13 Hours. This is Michael Bay's second attempt at a war film, besides that other one, Pearl Harbor, which we don't really talk about. But yeah, 13 Hours was really just a really pretty grounded film for Bay. In the sense that, alright, sure, there's his trademark explosions in there, but it's a tamed down Bay film, and it's really, it's pretty grounded war film, I would say, and it's really well done. And yeah, the dude from The Office got jacked, and it was a good watch based on, of course, the unfortunate events that happened overseas in Benghazi. And that's my second honorable mention. Now let's get on to the top 5. Number 5, Bad Boys. Bad Boys starring Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. And I'm including 1 and 2, and I'm putting them together in the same movie because I enjoy both of them equally as much. And yeah, I remember seeing the second one in theaters. Not so much the first one I saw in theaters. The first one I saw later on. But these films are just fun buddy cop movies. The best part about these films is the chemistry between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. It's like nothing could beat them two in a buddy cop film, in my opinion. It's just really enjoyable to watch. The back and forth, the antics between both of them is just hilarious. And all this talk about a Bad Boys 3, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but we'll see if we get it. But overall, I would be down with it. So that's number 5 on my list. Coming in at number 4 is Transformers: The Original. Of course, starring Shia LaBeouf and Megan Fox. I really enjoy the first Transformers. You know what? For the most part, I enjoy most of these films. I hate to say it, I even enjoy number 2. But we're starting with the one that started this massive franchise. I mean, everyone hates on these films, but they end up making a boatload of money. They're entertaining. You know, they're very entertaining, and they're big CGI spectacles, and just things blow up. Shia LaBeouf, you know, I mean, you gotta love Shia LaBeouf screaming, "Optimus!" You gotta love that, right? It's just Shia LaBeouf, Megan Fox, you know, Megan Fox, terrible actress, but she kind of works in these movies, and in the first one, she's pretty good. I mean, yeah, I like them, and I'll be seeing The Last Knight. For sure. I mean, I'm pretty excited for it. Coming in at number 3, The Island, starring Ewan McGregor and Scarlett Johansson. And in my opinion, they're at the top of their game in this film. I really love the whole plot. Somewhere in the future, the big advancement in medicine is that the really rich and elite can afford clones. Basically, these clones are living in another world. Once their original owner, something happens to them, or they get sick, they take the clones as basically spare parts, and the clone is living in their world, and they think they're going to an island, like this luxurious, like they've been the chosen ones to go off into this just extravagant land. But what they don't know is they're really just going to be cut up and used as spare parts. So yeah, that's a quick little summary, but it's just a really good film, really good action. Scarlett Johansson looks, I mean, she looks incredible in everything, but in this movie in particular, I think she's in her prime. Ewan McGregor is very good. It's just an overall fun action flick by Bay with a pretty good story, in my opinion, you know? A lot of things with Bay is the stories aren't really good, but this is actually a really good story. Now that's number 3, The Island. Coming in at number 2, The Rock. The Rock starring Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Ed Harris, and this is just an all-out action film. Balls out action. Sean Connery just plays this badass. Sean Connery's character is the only one that knows how to escape from Alcatraz, and Nick Cage and have to recruit him. Just all out fun action ride with Ed Harris playing a pretty good villain. Ed Harris is just great in everything. Sean Connery's really good. Nick Cage, I mean, the Flick Pick talks about this one all the time, but it's one of those fun 90s action films that I remember watching over and over again on VHS, and my parents owned the tape, and I've just always been a fan of this one. So that's number 2, The Rock. Coming in at number 1. Yes, this is my favorite Michael Bay film, and in my eyes, by a lot, actually. I really enjoy watching this film, and that is Pain and Gain, starring Mark Wahlberg, The Rock, the dude from Monk, and Ed Harris again. It's a true story on these bozo bodybuilders that hold one of their customers, believe it or not, captive and try to extort money from him. It's basically it without spoiling it, but true life events that happen in Miami. And what this movie gets right, in my opinion, is the dark humor. I'm a big fan of dark humor. I laugh at the most inappropriate things. Anyone will tell you that about me, but I feel like Michael Bay does a really good job with the dark humor in this movie. It's funny, it's action-packed, and the big complaint about this movie when it came out was people thought it glorified the people that committed this crime, but in my opinion, it just made them look like complete idiots, and I think we're laughing at them more than we're laughing with them, so that is not a problem for me watching this movie. And when it comes to true life stories, I try to separate the event and the actual movie. As funny as that may sound, I feel like you gotta just judge the movie for the movie, because at the end of the day, the true story is probably not all that entertaining. Mark Wahlberg and The Rock are two of the most likable actors out there. Mark Wahlberg and The Rock have great chemistry, and at the end, it's just another story that tells you crime don't pay. I think it's very underrated. It was probably one of my favorites of whenever the heck it came out, maybe 2014. I think it's very underrated, and people need to give this one another watch. So yeah, guys, that's my top 5 Michael Bay films. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and comment down below, let me know what your top 5 is, or one of your favorite Bay films. My opinion, I think the guy gets way more hate than he deserves. I think he's a pretty talented filmmaker, and he's good at what he does in creating big, epic films. Thanks as always for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video.